What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. The other day I did a video. I think it was 2 days ago. And it was in reaction to a video that Compton Rick Rock put out. And Compton Rick Rock and another OG, they were talking about a youngster named Brazy. I guess Baby B Brazy is his name, from Denver Lanes, a blood that's incarcerated. And the video that Baby B Brazy put out was, he was telling all of his little homies, all of his homeboys on the streets, there's no peace, there's no understanding with any of the ops, that it's on to put in work, put it down, represent the hood and all that stuff, right? And the thing that the two OGs and I were tripping on was, you're going to yard with the same guys that you're telling your homeboys out on the streets there's no peace with. You're going to yard with these dudes, going to the day room with these guys, going to the chow hall with these guys. You might have some on the tier with you, more than likely you do. And you're basically telling your little homies, go ahead and smoke them dudes and then come in here and be cool with them like I am. Now, we know in prison, California, they ain't know, you're not going to be gangbanging. It's just, I mentioned it before. When you hit those upper level yards, you got guys that have been down 20, 30, 40 years. They're never going home. They don't even try to go home, right? And if you're not a lifer, even if you are, you're a guest. You're a guest. You haven't earned the right to come in and start gangbanging, stirring the pot, when those guys are probably doing the best they can to try to generate income to take care of family on the streets as well as themselves, right? Now, before I get any further, I want to talk about, I remember when cell phones started coming into the CDC. And when the cell phones first started coming into the CDC, we were very, very, very private. Like, it wasn't for everybody to know that I had a cell phone. I've told the stories here, where when I bought my cell phone, it was a brother, and he had the plug, and he approached me. And he was like, hey, you want to get one of them things? And I was like, hell yeah, I've been waiting for you to holler at me. And I said, how much is it? And he told me it was $500. And I remember when he told me it was $500, I literally wanted to start laughing out loud. I expected to be at least 2 racks, especially because it was a brother. But, the dude respected me. We were always very cordial with each other. So when he told me $500, I said, you want cash right now? And he was like, what? He said, nah, can you just, send the cash? I said, I got you. Just let me know where it'll be there. I got my phone. There was only a small handful of people that I let know I had it. Because back then, it was like this. If you get a cell phone, if you can get your hands on one, do not post anything. I believe back then it was like MySpace or something. I don't know. I didn't fuck with it. But it was made extremely clear, at least for the raza, and to me, it seemed like the blacks were on the same page. We let our people know, if you post something and the squad rushes a building and anyone's phones get sucked up, that's your ass. If you post something online and you get another racist shit sucked up, they're going to push. So everyone was very secretive. People weren't trying to be internet famous from their cell. because you were probably going to get whacked as soon as Yard got released. It was that serious. It was taken that serious back then. You're not fronting nobody off. You damn sure not going to front off your building or your tier or your section. So, with that said, when me personally, when I see these dudes, like other states, it's whatever. I don't know how their get down is, but I know how it was here, right? So when I see these dudes posting and they're in their cells and they're showing knives and they're smoking weed and all that, I'm like, damn. Things have definitely changed, obviously, right? And then we get back to this story. Baby B Brazy. From everything I've heard, I know his name because I've heard his name. Supposedly he's good with his hands and he's gotten down. I think he got down with 4 Extra, and he's got a following apparently out here. But like I said, he made that video and he was asking his homies to go all out on all of their enemies. No peace, no rest. Well, I saw a video this morning. I already had an idea I was going to do, and I'm still going to do a lefty gunplay video, right? That was what the start of my day was going to be. And I saw that Compton Rick Rock video. And it turns out, apparently, that the news is that people are saying, and, I don't know, I'm just going off of what I'm seeing, but that Baby B Brazy was involved in an altercation on the yard and is no longer on the yard. He's in Ad Seg. Now, to me, the way my mind works, knowing the CDC, this is directly connected to the video, I believe. The video of him asking people to put in work. I don't think his people did it to him, even though I know, like, I was around some bloods in the joint, man. Especially the ones from the 2-letter group that they have that were very militant, very strict. They ran the ones in B facility in New Folsom ran a very, very tight ship, right? I don't know if anybody within, any bloods did this, but I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if this had to do with his enemies feeling disrespected. Imagine you're on a yard with somebody, right? And you're seeing him every day, and at breakfast, at yard, day room, whatever. And every time you see him, it's like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's happening? Hey, what's up? That's what it is. Your interaction with him is that. And then you see that he's on the internet telling people to take the lives of maybe your family members, your little brother, your nephew, your cousin, maybe your dad. You'd feel a certain type of way, right? Like, hold up, Holmes. This dude actually has weight in his neighborhood, and he's telling people to go up in my neighborhood and smoke people? And so what would normally happen is, okay, this vato, this guy wants to threaten my family. Let's go ahead and knock him down. Whatever happens after that, I understand. But the person that planted the seed, he's gone. Let's send that message. I'm assuming that's what happened here. You cannot threaten other people's families and think that somebody's not going to be like, man, fuck that dude. I don't know if there was any weapons involved. I don't know the details. I'm sure they're going to be coming out. Hopefully the dude's all right, man. You know, hopefully he's all right and nobody's going to be looking at any serious time behind this. Who knows, though? Prison is prison, man. Nobody's bigger than the program. Anyways, that's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.